Down south, get some of that down south southern good home cooking and barbecue. Cora went down there and fell in love all over again with the soul food. I went down there and fell in love with that backyard grill. Man, but we went home, had fun, man. A lot of love, man. A lot of family and love. And but now we back at this thing, man, like we never left. And today, man, the show gonna go a little different. Cora been messing with me all the way over here, but today really Cora's show.
No, it's not.
Hold on, take your mic on. I mean, you just talking to the mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. But well, until she finds her voice, and that's funny. With your point, you know what I'm talking about, Cora?
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. A little inside joke.
It's on.
Trying to find her voice.
No.
I see it. It might be. I can't hear you.
What about now?
You gotta turn you up, I think. Hello.
Hey, Carlos.
Yeah. I wish I could ask y'all, cause y'all here on the outside, but I think I hear you a little better now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Can you hear me and yours?
I can hear you.
Okay. Well, where was I at? Oh, yeah. But had a little inside joke with Cora. We're gonna start off with her poem. She gonna jump straight into her poem, and she basically is gonna talk about her poem and where the poem stands at in her heart and her mind, and then we're gonna kind of interrogate her a little bit. We ain't gonna ask no questions. We're gonna interrogate her. Nah. Nah. So, but the poem is real and it's deep. It's a lot of different layers to it. And that's why I wanted to start the poem. Start the show off with her poem, because I feel like it's real relevant. I feel like it's things that people go through, and Cora, pretty sure can help people in this situation, or just show you, and also show you the strength inside of a situation. But anyway, we're going to get straight to it. We're going to let Cora Duffy go into her poem of the week.
All right. This is part 5 of the series Pieces, and it's entitled Pieces. Dear Self. Dear Self, I know that people say talking to yourself is crazy, but hey, I'm talking to you in the mirror, because sometimes you won't listen to nobody, but maybe you'll listen to me, because he broke you too many times and left your pieces scattered on the floor, and you've taken those broken pieces and built a steel door that sometimes you close when you are reminded of him. For so long, you buried your feelings until your light became dim. But remember, your vessel lets you shine. He's not him. He only wants to make you better, unbury your light and make it shine brighter. And if you let him, he could be the igniter, and you could be the fire to burn down the steel door of broken pieces. Now look at the girl in the mirror. Reflect on yourself. See how much you've grown. See what God has done. Let go of the past. Move on. Look in the mirror. You're wiser. You're stronger. God has something in store for you. But he's waiting on you. You must thirst for him and have that hunger. Now look. Look. Look in the mirror. And the reflection speaks. I am the woman in the mirror. Now hear your voice. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. Because it's your anointing that breaks every yoke. Lord, send your anointing. Let it fall on me. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. And that was Dear Self. Pieces.
That was Dear Self. So, if they didn't understand what you were saying in your poem and who you were talking to, Cora, can you tell them who you was talking to?
Myself.
Myself was talking to myself.
Yeah, no, it sounds a little crazy, but sometimes you gotta talk to yourself. Sometimes you gotta encourage yourself.
And so, what was yourself saying to yourself in your poem?
Well, it was like myself was standing outside myself. It sounds real crazy. I'm gonna go by explaining the layer that you probably won't get right off just by listening. It's like an underneath layer. The poem begins and the person looking in the mirror, my outside self standing looking upon myself, if you would, is talking to myself and explaining to self how much she has grown and the things she has been through is not her present. And by the time you get to the end of the poem, if you recall, in the beginning of the poem, self calls her reflection the girl in the mirror. But by the time you get to the end of the poem, the reflection actually speaks and says, I am the woman in the mirror, which in itself is also another metaphor. The reflection is quiet throughout the entire poem until you get to the end. And that is the myself becoming a woman and finding my voice.
Okay. So, what were I want to ask it. Well, I don't even know how I want to ask. Like, so what were you going through at first? Like, when you called yourself a girl?
I was in a bad relationship, and in that relationship I took away my own voice because I wouldn't speak up for my feelings and my wants and my needs. So in my eyes, when I look back on the situation, when I look at my reflection of myself, I saw in that past that I was a girl because I wouldn't speak up for myself. So later on, I also lost a child, which also added another layer to me taking away my voice. It was a portion of my life that was filled with a large amount of hurt, a large amount of unforgiveness. And you can also go back to the point where I also had an abortion, and that was also a lot of hurt as well. So as I come to the end of the poem, I'm looking back and I see myself that I've grown. I've learned to forgive myself. I learned to speak up for myself and not let people just take advantage of me because I want to be a people pleaser. I became my own person. I wasn't just trying to do what everybody want me to do so that I could make them happy. And by the time I got here in Indiana, this is where my voice really came to life. I didn't care what people thought of me. I just spoke in my poems my truth without any fear, without any doubt that I had to speak the truth.
Yeah. So in the situation with you, so in the first situation, you couldn't see that you were still acting, not, you know what I'm saying, not saying you was acting like a girl, but you couldn't tell that you haven't reached, you haven't made it to your womanhood yet during the first part when you first was looking at yourself in the mirror, when you called yourself a girl.
No. Because when you're in the situation, it's kind of hard to see the reality of the situation until you step outside yourself. And me stepping outside myself was me actually doing all the poems that I've done here. It's like God placed me in the situation where I had to tell my story, not only for other people, but for myself. Yeah. For myself to heal. And for myself to see myself in the past and to see myself in the now. And to compare the two.
Okay. So now, here today, how would you categorize yourself if you could compare it to your past? As far as, I know you said you're a woman, but how would you categorize like all the things about you that make you feel like a woman now?
I have a newfound strength, a new voice. Before, I wouldn't say much. I still kind of do that. I kind of low key, you know, but when push comes to shove, I'm going to speak up. Mm-hmm. You're not going to run over me. You might first come out thinking like, oh, she'll just live whatever, but you try me that one time, you're going to find out, no, she not. Like, no, she not. I'm going to say something like, as long as you doing right by me, we cool. You know, I'm quiet, you know, calm, collected. But if you don't do right by me, then you better believe right now I'm going to speak up, so.
Right now and in the future. From this point on.
Yeah, from this point on. Don't get twisted.
And, I don't really know. I know I'm gonna want you to say the poem over again. Just for some of those who didn't catch the first one, but then after, for the people who did hear it. Huh?
I can't hear anything.
You can't? Can you hear me now?
I can't hear you.
You can't?
Mm-mm.
You. Hey, check this out. Let's do this. Man, we're going to cut to these commercials. And we're going to shoot right back in this thing. And when we open back up, matter of fact, we're going to open back up with Cora saying a poem again for y'all that heard it and didn't catch everything. She's going to say it again so that now you can go back and listen to everything she was saying. And for the people who maybe just tuning in and didn't catch it, she's going to do it over again. That's if you don't mind. Do you mind?
No.
That's okay. Well, when we get back, she's going to shoot back into it. And we're going to cut to these commercials of the song and we're going to get right back. Just so I know you can give
hear me?
Yeah, I can start hearing you. Yeah. I just know you had came in. I didn't know you know what I'm saying. You could.
Yeah, no. This one I got a short in it.
Oh, okay. Let me just instead of talking, then I let it like this just.
You know, it's like it's so sensitive. If you touch a little bit, it'll go out.
You want to put on this side?
Actually, switch headphones. Yeah.
We'll put the live on both of them. Huh?
Maybe you want me to have a mic?
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I don't know how long this show gonna last, man, because I ain't got no whole bunch.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I already told Corey, like, I don't know if it's gonna go the whole 2 hours. You're gonna let it go, have it go, because, man, I ain't had nothing today. I think it's more for Corey. Yeah, it's more for, it's a lot of inside stuff. I think it's more for Corey, so however long it take.
I'm not rambling.
Huh?
Just say I'm
No, you doing good.
You doing good. So however long it is.
If I told it, if it's 30 minutes, it'll be 30 minutes. If it's 45, an hour, whatever, whenever it's done, because I don't have nothing.
Yeah, we can run music for the us time or whatever.
Yeah, so.
It's on there. I can hear it.
All right, slide to your right. Bring your mic with you.
Okay. Saying at least. Yeah, it's gonna go up, huh? Thanks, Sister. She's hopping. Hey, Mr. Sister Teresa. Everything been alright?
Doing that right now.
Huh? Like that little rough.
Did we get both of y'all in there for?
So what do you want to and I mean, then you can just go like, whatever comes in your mind, whatever comes in your heart, whatever comes to you. So you're not rambling. Say whatever it is, don't hold it back.
I went, but I got lost in my notes. So I started fucking up. So I just want to make sure this is right.
Nah, even better saying, you don't know what you're talking about. And then when you feel like you're done, I ain't got nothing to go with it. You said what? Took the phone. Right now, I ain't gonna work on that. What is that? Anybody say anything?
At least say what's up my series. Good way to start off the show. Thanks, Lisa.
Yeah, don't tell us how to start our own show. We start it how we want to. Can't control nothing from Little Rock. I'm telling this is a good one. Ain't nothing. Who you think you is? Your little sister. I don't even look. I'm talking. I don't even know where you at. Yeah, I don't even know where the phone is. We can come back in after the song if it's cool. Or you want to do some commercials?
Let me throw one commercial.
All right, it's cool. Yeah, it's your call. You can. Oh, you weren't ready? Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Huh?
Exactly. Good job, Sam. Thank you. I need to know these things. That sound different in my head than I do to everybody else.
Oh, no, that sounds good when you sing it.
Are you looking for an affordable cleaning
That
service?
sounds good.
Motivation General
Every time you
Contractors
sing, like when you
offer
get told
affordable
before,
commercial
when you do your
janitorial
sing,
services,
when you sing, you got
office
like
buildings,
this.
daycare facilities, medical offices, retail locations, and more. Daily, weekly, and monthly services available, and even post-construction cleanup. Contact us at 317-756-7453 or visit our website at www.mvgeneral.com. Get back to running your business. Let us worry about keeping it clean.
You want me to do it?
Bring your mics up.
Yeah. We're back in this thing. Yeah, what's the deal? What's the deal? Everybody just tuning in. You late, but we still feeling great. That was a freestyle for you if y'all didn't catch it. But man, this show here, man, it is a little. You know what? I ain't even do my Hey, I ain't even do my. This is back to the basics. Hey, I mean, you are tuned in. It's been a minute, man. I was gone for 2 weeks and I forgot how to do my job, man. Y'all should have called in and said something to me. This is Carlos Henson, a.k.a. The Life Mechanic, and you are tuned in to Back to the Basics. And this is a special edition called The Chorus Show.
No.
Nah. Nah, it's a inside thing, man. It's finding her voice. Say something so they can hear your voice. Tell the people let the people hear your voice, man.
I'm scared though.
You hear it, y'all. That's why she got to find her voice. Because she's scared, though. And that's what this is all about.
That was a metaphor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I know it. I know it. We just got to get these people to understand what's going on for you to be able to inspire and uplift them. But which they might. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
But anyway, man, we started to show off a little different, man. We started to show off a chorus poem of the week on this show because her poem is deep in a lot of ways and has a lot of different layers to it. And so we wanted to start the show off with her poem so that she can let y'all hear her voice as she finds her voice. Just giving inspiration and just motivation and showing strength in the things that she went through and even the things she's kind of currently going through, and just giving y'all a little bit of inspiration and motivation and guidance to what she feels is helpful. But anyway, we're gonna get into it. We're gonna let her go ahead and repeat her poem again for the people who just tuned in, and then we're gonna go back and start back talking about it again.
Pieces. Dear self. Dear self, I know that people say talking to yourself is crazy, but hey, I'm talking to you in the mirror, because sometimes you won't listen to nobody, but maybe you'll listen to me, because he broke you too many times and left your pieces scattered on the floor, and you've taken those broken pieces and built a steel door that sometimes you close when you are reminded of him. For so long you buried your feelings until your light became dim. But remember, your vessel lets you shine. He's not him. He only wants to make you better, unbury your light, and make it shine brighter. And if you let him, he could be the igniter, and you could be the fire to burn down the steel door of broken pieces. Now look at the girl in the mirror. Reflect on yourself. See how much you've grown. See what God has done. Let go of the past. Move on. Look in the mirror. You are wiser. You are stronger. God has something in store for you, but he's waiting on you. You must thirst for him and have that hunger. Now look. Look. Look in the mirror, and the reflection speaks. I am the woman in the mirror. Now hear your voice. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. Because it's your anointing that breaks every yoke. Lord, send your anointing. Let it fall on me. Lord, I need your anointing. I need it to fall. I need it to fall. Fall down on me. And that was Dear Self. Pieces.
Dear self, listen here. Nah.
Trying to talk to myself.
Trying to talk to yourself.
Trying.
What you trying to say?
That I don't listen.
You don't, why?
Because I'm stubborn. Most people are. I don't
You-
want to listen to nobody.
You are stubborn or you were stubborn?
Well, I still might have a little bit left in there, so I can't make no promises, Carlos.
Nah, I'm just asking. I ain't looking for no certain
I'm
answer.
just being honest.
Just being honest. That's what Future
Yeah.
had said.
Work in progress.
Hmm?
I'm a work in progress.
You're a work in progress. And that's good. Everybody's a work in progress. Speaking of that, I can say personally, well, go ahead, explain it to the people that may be just tuning in before I say what I was going to say.
One more time.
Yeah, one more time about who you was talking to at first. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit. You ain't gotta go through everything you went through at first, but you know what I'm talking about.
You want me to explain that layer part?
Yeah, the layer part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you may not catch it. You gotta like really listen to catch that, or be some type of literary person. I was talking to myself outside the mirror, and my reflection through the whole poem is quiet, and myself talking to my reflection speaks to the reflection and calls myself the girl in the mirror. And by the time I get to the end of the poem, the reflection actually speaks and says, I am the woman in the mirror. And through the entire poem, the reflection is quiet until the reflection gets to the end and says, I am the woman in the mirror, which is a metaphor within itself, because I was a quiet person, didn't say much, but as I became a woman, my voice came a little louder, and I spoke up.
Okay. I almost said something.
Go on, say it.
No, something that don't nothing.
You gotta tell me later then.
So, what I kind of got from it, just my little analogy of it, like you said, first when you sing yourself, when you as a whole person was talking to your reflection in the mirror, you were calling your reflection a girl. And the girl, the reflection in the mirror, which was the girl, was not saying anything back. But as you went through your poem and you went through and then just to kind of give a visual of it, to start off with you calling yourself a girl, then you went to tell your story of what you were going through while you were looking at yourself in the mirror, like almost like what they call it, like not a flashback, but like a flash forward. Foreshadowment. And hey man, one more person called it phone while I want to L. Let me talk. Let me see. Back to the basics. Can I help you?
Okay, so she tore that song up. This is Kimberly.
Oh, look.
Thank you, Miss Kimberly.
What's happening, Miss Kim?
She done made me put my computer down and throw my hands up.
Uh-oh.
That was Jesus.
She finding her voice, Miss Kim. That was a nice voice to go looking for, wasn't it?
I mean, we gotta talk. That voice was beautiful, but wait a minute, the poem was awesome.
Thank you.
The poem.
It really was awesome.
What you get from it?
Huh?
What you get from it? I need to know that I'm touching some people.
You know what's so crazy? Is sometimes when I look in the mirror, it's kind of like when you're moving around and going so much, you don't take time to really look in the mirror. But then when you look in the mirror, you're almost shocked at what you see. Sometimes life just kind of beats you up. The wrinkles, your eyes. You can tell somebody's whole story in their eyes. And even though I walk around, I'm smiling, I'm laughing. So then when it's me there, I can't hide every blemish, every pain, every hurt is on my face.
Oh, that's deep.
So I just have to throw my hands up. I have some worship going on. I use your anointing, so.
Amen.
Man.
Did you write that?
Did I write the song?
Yeah.
I didn't write that song. Actually, a choir director at Greater Rosa Sharon in Arkansas wrote that song. I led it though at church.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not gonna take up no more of your time, but that was awesome. I just wanted to tell you that I needed to hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll talk to y'all later.
All right, appreciate it.
Okay, bye-bye.
Won't he do it? Nah, look, But look, that's crazy though. Like, you talking about finding your voice and you can't even get through the show without your voice helping somebody. You know what I mean? So like, you've been quiet all this time. You've been that girl, and then you turn into this woman. It's almost, people should be mad at you. You really should get beat up because you done held in things that could help people and get people through stuff, and you've been little girl.
Well, God's working on it.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. But did you just see though what happened? Like not what was on the surface. Did you see the deepness of what that was?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I got a funny story to go with that holding on to my voice thing. Well, it ain't funny, but it's ironic. If you been listening to my poems, you know that I was all in the church, and then something happened. I lost my child, and I got a lot of hurt from that, and it was what we call church hurt. I didn't feel like the church was as comforting as it should have been in my situation, because you know the rule, when you have a belly and you're not wedded, then you can't be in the choir. Now I'm cool with that. I was cool with that. But then I lost my child, and as soon as I came back to church, everybody was in my face asking me to hurry up and get back in the choir. Nobody was really concerned about, I just lost my child, I need some time to mourn. Nobody was asking me how I'm doing, how can I help you, nothing like that. It was, I need your voice back in the choir. So for a long time, I was kind of just almost in a rebellious stage against church. I really didn't even want to go to church. It was like a trigger. It was like I would instantly get sad at church, because I would think about how it was almost like I would be ashamed of my child and disrespectful if I just jumped back in the choir like it was nothing. So for a long time, it was almost like I was like Jonah running away from the church. But ironically, this vessel right over here by me, he don't know what he did in my life. He actually the one who got me getting back in the church. I don't think I ever told you that. But you kind of the one who got me going back to church. So,
Mark,
before
you knew Cora before now?
Carlos.
Mark got you back in the church?
Don't be getting me.
Hey.
Get me in the middle of nothing.
Don't be trying to be shy.
Right.
Hey.
You know who she talking about.
Yeah. Don't be trying to be shy over there. You won't lose no cool points.
Who?
You. You don't gain cool points.
I'm me. I'm not you.
What
Me
you
is
talking
me and you is you.
about? Well, maybe we looking in the mirror right now.
Okay. You finish talking, because I ain't gonna... But nah, what you were saying though, you said got you back in the church and what?
Yeah, you got me back in the church, so you got a part to play in me finding my voice in God, getting it to come back. Because I was doing all those things in church, I was using my voice before that occurrence.
Mm-hmm.
But then I went into a rebellious stage and I quieted everything.
And see, that's when you was talking, that's what came to me too while you was talking. So now it's a little deeper to me now from when I first even heard the poem myself, when you saying find your voice. Now that you give an illustration of how and when you lost your voice, and now when you say you're trying to find your voice, it's not you trying to find your voice and never had it. It's now you're going back to find it, and you found where you lost it, and now you picked it back up, and now you making up for the time that you lost without using your voice. And so now you have your voice, so it's not that you're looking for it anymore. You done found your voice. And now that you have your voice, it's not that you're, I think it's like maybe being confused, like you thought you were looking for it when you always had it. You just stopped using it. So now what you're doing is knocking the dust off of it. So,
Maybe.
huh?
Maybe.
No, ain't no maybe. That's what it is. I'm talking about some maybe. Now Mark, who running? Now who running? Cause
You back in the front of that thing. Right?
yeah, I'm back in the front now. Okay.
Well, I ran for 2 years.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So now you, because even if you look at the poems you've been doing, and probably the last probably 3 or 4 poems, she been singing in every one of them. And it would have been Mark like something like that, like the last 3 or 4 poems you've been singing in every one of them. Now,
She's been blessing us with the voice from the last couple poems.
you know what I'm saying? And see, before that, you was just nobody even knew you had a voice. Miss Kim just found out you had a voice. You know what I'm saying? And when and as soon as you open your mouth to let that voice come out, people can't even wait. They can't wait to the end. They can't wait till it's time to actually call in, time to talk to you. People got to cut you off and tell you right then what you just done. That's how powerful your voice is. That's like I've been telling you, like you a special child of God, and God got something special for you. Like it ain't got nothing to do with nobody. It's you. God got something. I wasn't trying to say that. Suspicious.
Specific.
Huh?
Specific.
Let me say my S's first. Suspicious.
You sound like Kaylin.
The Pacific. He got something Pacific for you, like the ocean. Specific. There you go. Specific. For you. And so, one thing you said too on the way over here that I was, you didn't know I caught it, but it actually make a lot of sense even now. You just said that when you are forced to be in a situation, hold on, how you put it? Dang, I said I don't remember. You already know?
I'm a situational learner.
Yeah, when you forced to put in a situation, then you will learn.
Yep, I adapt.
But if you got free will, then you won't. But so anyway, so in this situation, you was kind of forced to find your voice because of the platform that we have now.
God silenced you at first.
You hear me?
Yep.
Just so yours can come out. So that goes to show the talk that we was having and saying how we have different journeys that's for our separate lives. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because you got the same impact on people that people say that I have, but your purpose and the thing that you're gonna have is something totally different from mine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So you can no longer be that little girl, but God had to allow you to be that little girl. So even everything you went through, anything that people feel about your past or you feel about your past, to me, it just signified that. Is that even a word?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy.
God be speaking through you. You
Yeah,
know.
but
Mm-hmm.
it signified that it was all for a reason. It wasn't for you to stay a girl. You had to be a girl. You had to go through that. You had to look at yourself in the mirror. And it's for anybody out here too. This message is for anybody going through this. It's you have to be a girl. You have to look at yourself in that way in order for you to see the woman you become. Like I was telling you in your poem, at first you as a natural person was looking into the mirror and looking at the reflection and calling it a girl, and the girl was not saying anything back to you. But as time went on and you start flashing forward into your life and going over things and everything, by the end of the poem, your reflection had grown up into a woman. And what the women, you can't talk to a woman or any kind of way or say anything to them and don't expect for them to say nothing back.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time you made it to the end, that woman in the mirror was like, hey, I know you me, but I'm me too. And you gonna listen to me like I'm gonna listen to you. It ain't no just you gonna do this and that little girl gonna be quiet. Now, me is me and you is you.
And she was short and sweet.
Short and sweet. Bow. Put that in your head now. So, that's why starting off on the show and why I've been saying this is Cora's show. And it's still crazy. God is good, and we definitely got to give God the glory on this because I had nothing. God gave me nothing to say today. He gave me this. It's supposed to be my show. Supposed to be. Or
It's God's show.
God. Let me put it like this. That's why I thought about it before I said it. Not my show, but God. We thought that God gave this show with intentions for it being more for me than anything. But it's turning out to seem like, as we look back at things and while we just going back, it's been just as much for me. It's been beneficial and for Cora just as much as it is for me. So God didn't give the show to just me. He gave it to us to better us and open us and bring us outside of our shell that we were in at first. we had two different shells, but we was in a shell. But we both can say that now we are not in those shells no more. We still are going through things, but we're not in the shell the way that we were. We have found ourselves who we truly are.
Amen. Ironically, when I was writing the poem, it's almost like I didn't know what I was writing. It's almost like God was speaking to me, and every time somebody talked to me about the poem, I'm finding new meanings, and people are giving me new insight that I wasn't even thinking about. And it's funny, by the time I get to the end, I write, now hear my voice, and then I hear my voice. Because Carlos won't talk on the radio. When I get home, he's like, I got to talk. And I got to do it basically by myself. He's like, I got nothing. So it's almost like God ordained my poem and put that line in there. And I literally just written that line like before I left work. And I was like, it just sounds good, you know, now hear my voice. And I was like, well, I guess I had this song. You know, but I didn't know that what God had given me, that line, was actually a foreshadowing of today. It's crazy.
Well, and just to piggyback off of that, just to get a little deeper, for my people who believe in God and understand that God is real, basically, her foreshadowment is, that's the natural word of it for us, you know, on earth. But she's seen that with her spiritual eye. God had given her, God has showed, man, I can't talk. She's seen what just happened through her spiritual eye. Like, if you just look at it, you're like, okay, well, it just was a coincidence. It's just what you wanted to put. But that's not really just what she wanted to put. And I'm saying this to say that for people out there, when you're going through something, you got to quit looking at things with your natural eye. Your natural eye will forever miss something, miss a lot of things. I don't care if you can see 20/20. I don't care if you can see from here to Alaska. You can still miss something if you don't open up your spiritual eye. Your natural eye can be open as wide as anything you want to think of or whatever. But if you don't open your spiritual eye, then you're gonna miss out and lose out on a lot of things. And so that's really all I got. It's like a lot of today's show is gonna be real short and sweet. So
it is the core show.
It is the core show. So you might have to you might have to change your part to short and sweet.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? Look, she just found her voice and she already trying to get on show. She didn't say nothing about like, nah, I don't know about my own show or none of that. She the fat boy. You
didn't help me find some stuff.
See. But anyway, man, I believe it's probably time to go to another commercial. And so y'all tune in and sit right there. Don't go nowhere, because on today's show, I'm not sure if it's going to last the whole show. This show actually might be short and sweet. Seriously. We're not going to force nothing. We're not going to try to make up no information or nothing to give you. We're going to give you exactly what we got. And when we're done giving it to you, you can go on about your business. But we're going to cover into these commercials, into this song, and we'll be right back at you.
That's what I'm saying. I remember what it was.
Oh, you should tell me. You should have said, hold on.
I forgot what it was.
Are you a young adult wanting to start your own business or enter into a career? Maybe you're a parent of a child that aspires to own a business or be a career professional. Would you like to start one this summer and have fun while doing it? Well, Life Support presents the 2017 I'm Possible Young Entrepreneur and Career Summer Camp. Ages 12 to 20 are welcome. The young people will enjoy creating their own business and learning how to use marketing and branding to get the word out. They will participate in a business fashion show, learn table, business, and general etiquette, enjoy fine dining, win prizes, create radio commercials, and more. This is a 6-week program that will be held from June 6th to July 15th, 2017. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturdays, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at 7440 Shadeland Avenue, Suite 200, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46250. Registration is only $75. Registration is open from Friday, February 3rd to Saturday, May 6th. Register online at www.lifesupportmerle.webs.com. That's www.lifesupportmerle.webs.com by visiting the contact page and filling out the form. Don't forget to include the name, address, age, and phone number of the young person attending. You may pay your registration fee via the website or by phone at 317-993-5310 or 317-886-0296. The I'm Possible Young Entrepreneur and Career Summer Camp, hosted by Life Support.
But it was baby peace, so I was. Didn't do that conversation here. Usually I'd be like in an uncomfortable feeling.
That's what I'm saying. And I was when I was uncomfortable, but I was more emotional person in this one.
But I was
Are you looking for something fun, creative, productive, and educational for your teen or young adult to do this summer?
What's the deal, y'all? Man, we just
further,
I forgot y'all was in
JHM
there with
Radio
this.
presents the
Back on the whole
2017 Youth
conversation.
Media Summer Camp. Ages 12 to 20 are welcome. The
who
youth and young
looking-
adults
I
will
mean,
enjoy
watching the
engineering,
guy?
broadcasting, producing, being a co-host, creating commercial drops, business fundamentals, marketing, and more. They'll have a chance to win prizes and even do a live
Alicia got off
show.
with, well, I
This
don't
is a
know.
6-week program
We'll
that
be
will
on
be
that
held
first.
from June 6th through July 15th, 2017. Tuesdays from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time
Man, I
and
appreciate
Saturdays
you,
from
though.
2 p.m.
Whoever
to
you
4
are,
p.m.
whichever- what's
Eastern
that in the
Standard Time.
cal?
Located at 7440
whoever
Shaker
you are,
Avenue,
appreciate
Suite
you for
200,
tuning in and
Indianapolis,
checking us out,
Indiana,
man.
46250.
What's the JHM Radio?
Registration is only
And the
$85.
station.
Registration is
That's what
open
this
from
is,
Friday,
JHM.
February 3rd to Saturday, May
Download
6th.
it.
Register online at
What's up?
www.jhmradio.com by visiting the contact page and filling out the form. Don't forget to include the name, address, age, and phone number of the young person attending. You may purchase your registration via phone at 317-284-1083 or 317-993-5310. Hey, don't be scared to be different. 2017 Youth Media Summer Camp hosted by JHM Radio.
Just like put your finger up.
Bet, I got you. Yeah, like that. So you would like this.
Because I feel like it's awkward.
I like your rap one. You would like this.
I don't know, this my swag. I don't know.
You got the pistol sideways from the bus or something. Hey, who is this, Mark? Who is this? Is this a gospel song? No. I think I'm like trying to remember, but I like that song right there.
Yeah.
When the chorus come back in, we can bring it back. But after the chorus. Yeah. I'm running. Hey, man, I like that little jam right there. Hey, man, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? Everybody stop popping them pills. Put them down. They get you killed. I said stop popping them because they'll get you killed just to make sure that everybody, like, trying like, is he promoting popping pills? No.
Don't pop the pill.
Don't pop the pills. SOP. Stamp out pills. Oh, man. But now, man, you are listening to Carlos Henson, a.k.a. The Life Mechanic, and this is Back to the Basics. Hashtag The Chorus Show. Hashtag short and sweet. Hashtag finding my voice. Hashtag I got it.
Hashtag. I thought you had it.
No, I'm talking about. I was saying hashtag finding my voice, and then next hashtag. I should have said hashtag I found it. Yeah, that's what I meant. But yeah, man, just letting Cora find her voice. We ain't really got much to tell you, but she just finding her voice. You said you was gonna say something about some peace, though.
Oh yeah. Well, when I got home, Carlos said, "I've got nothing." Corey, you gonna talk? And you know, every time they try to make me talk on the radio when I really don't want to, I'll be backing off and I get a little nervous. But this time around, I had peace. It was serene. I didn't feel no type of nervousness. I was fine. I was cool with it. So since I had that feeling of peace, I was like, well, I guess I'll go on and get out of my comfort zone and do what God want me to do. Because if I got peace and I got to do a lot of talking and it's something I don't like to do, then it must be God. I got to do it. So here I am, finding my voice. How it sound?
Finding my voice. What about mine?
I don't know about that one, Carlos.
My voice, mine ain't never been lost. I done had mine. Mine been right here with me.
Yeah, keep that one.
Mine probably been, I done probably used my voice too much.
Stay at the falsetto.
Falsetto?
Falsetto. That one.
Oh, man. Only thing I know about a falsetto is, I really thought you had said something about a faucet. Faucet! Hey, now, hey, what's your favorite, your most favorite song in the world? What's one of your most favorite songs that you like to sing?
That I like to sing?
Yeah, that just really shows your voice and everything. Like what's, it don't matter what it is.
Oh, that first song I sung on the radio show, The Lord Is My Shepherd?
That's your favorite song that just shows your voice and everything.
It is.
Okay.
But you didn't hear the whole song when I sung it.
Oh, we're going to hear it today. That's why I asked.
Really?
Yeah. Bam! Didn't I do that, Mark? Didn't I do it?
You did it.
Hey.
Oh, out of the comfort zone.
Hey.
No practice.
Oh, no, we ain't getting no practice. That ain't what it's about. Finding your voice. Once you got it, once you got your voice, you ready to use it at all times like a weapon. That's your weapon. That's your weapon. That's your special weapon that God gave you specifically to use. Oh, I did it right on purpose at that time.
Only you can see my face right
Yeah, God, you got to have it ready. Really, we got to have Michael listening to it. You know, Michael is the same thing. You and Michael really kind of in the same boat. He might be listening to it.
This is for you.
But yeah, so before we, cause really what I was finna do, I know you like them Lauryn Hills and them Whitney Houstons and stuff. I really was finna tell Mark to see if he could find it before. I know we ain't supposed to do that, but I was gonna see if he already had it in the archives, and if he did, we was finna play it.
Well, you weren't listening to my previous statement. I'm not supposed to be singing that stuff right now.
Say it out loud. Say it out loud. She ain't supposed to be singing that stuff right now.
My voice is most beautiful when I sing God's.
All right. I just thought that's what you were gonna say. Don't try to make me get in trouble with God. I would say that's what I thought you was gonna say. Don't try to. Well, look, you heard what I said. You gonna try to make me? I wasn't gonna try to make you sing nothing.
Well, hear my voice.
All right. All right, we gonna hear. We gonna hear. We gonna hear. Like I say, this is gonna be a short and sweet show, cause it's Cora's direction. She just didn't know. I had to give her that. I had to put her in that situation. Because she done found her voice, and so it's time for her to start using her voice. Matter of fact, she can call her voice, but I'm gonna start calling her weapon, because that's what it is. It's her weapon. It's her protection. It's her guidance. It's her help. It's everything. Talk to me. Back to the basics. What's happening?
Hello?
Hello.
Hey, this is Lady J.
What's happening, Lady J?
Hey, nothing much. I'm just listening to y'all on the radio and decided to call in. Keep talking about Cora finding her voice.
Mm-hmm.
I got a question for Cora.
Talk to her.
I'm listening.
When you say that you're finding your voice, you were talking about not speaking up for yourself. And talking about not speaking up for yourself and saying how you feel and what you think and things of that sort.
Mm-hmm.
Before you got into the relationship, were you very outspoken as far as how you feel and what you think?
In certain respects. I was always like a quiet girl, but I think I became even more quiet and even more introverted.
Make sure you're talking about the first or the second.
Wait, what relationship are we talking about? Are we talking about the bad one? Lady J?
Hello, did we lose you?
I'm here. Yep.
Oh, are we talking about the bad relationship? So make sure I'm answering your question correct.
Yeah, the bad relationship.
Yeah. So yeah, that answer was right. I was always a quiet person, but it made me even more quiet. I would still kind of speak up for myself, but that relationship made me basically totally quiet. Like I silenced myself. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. And most people that hear people's story, they hear the story, but they never get the tools or the practical steps on how to get from point A to point B.
Right.
So for somebody else who has lost their voice and wants to get their voice back, what are some practical things and steps that they can do to do so? People who have been in your shoes.
Right.
Good question.
So first of all, I had to separate myself from the thing that was silencing me, which was the relationship. And the hard part was not returning to the thing that silenced me, the relationship. Because as you know, bad relationships can be like drugs. They're addictive. And before you know it, they come to your door saying they're sorry, and then you want to go back and you feel sorry for them. But you can't do that. You got to be strong. And being a woman of God right now, I think that in order to do that, you have to seek God and ask Him to help you, because we know that without God, we can do nothing.
Okay, now I'm gonna challenge you because I'm asking you hard questions.
That's okay.
Because these are questions that I get, but that I can answer for myself. So I mean, because these are questions that some people ask other people. So when people say take it to God or let God or ask God, what does that mean? What does that look like for somebody who's never talked to God, or somebody who's never learned how to try God, or how do they let Him, and how do they go to Him? How do they let Him in? What is it that? How does that look?
So we say the Bible is our weapon, and that's true. Like, you can go to the Bible for everything you need. Even though it's written back in those times, God speaks to you through His Word. And I would find myself I would just randomly turn to a page in the Bible, and it would seem like that whatever page I turned to, there was something for me in that scripture. And not just only reading the Bible, you gotta talk to God. You gotta pray to God. You gotta put your music on, praise God, however you do when you get in relationship with God. Because God is a person you gotta have a relationship with, so you can't just go to Him when you need Him. I had to constantly be in His presence. I had to get in my mode. Some people have a prayer closet. I was in my room reading the Bible, playing my gospel music, whatever song ministered to me, and really that's feeding my spirit. And also, when you are in church, that's also feeding your spirit. That's where you draw your strength. But at the time, we know that I was also in that church hurt, rebellious mode. But somehow, I still had a piece of God to hold on to. I wasn't mad at God. I was mad at church. So I was staying away from church. So I was staying in relationship with God by me reading my Bible and me talking to God. And that is what helped me through it.
Now, you just said something there. You say connect to God by talking to God, having a relationship with God. So for those who don't go to church, it is possible to have a relationship with God and not be in the house of the Lord.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fellowship with everybody else. Now, this is my last question. Now, me and you both know that God can keep you through some things, even when you don't know you're being kept and when you don't want to be kept. But what about those who don't believe in God, that want to be out of a situation like that want to be better? What do you suggest to them?
If you don't believe in God, well, I hope that somehow this message touches you and you do believe in God. But if you don't right now, I would say you find that one person you can confide in that can encourage you, because another person will hold you accountable when you don't hold yourself accountable. And they'll encourage you when you don't want to encourage yourself. So whatever person that may be, a friend, a family member, somebody you can talk to, somebody that can help you through the situation. Also, if you have something important in your life, think about how important that thing is, or a person, or whatever it may be, to you, and work for that. It may be a child. Maybe you want to be out the situation to help your child. You don't want to keep yourself in that situation and harm your child. So you got to think about that one thing that makes you hold on to getting out of the bad situation.
Okay, good answer. Before I get off, I just want to say that the one thing that everybody has to remember, though, that I don't think you touched on it, is that first and foremost, you have to do it for self.
Right.
Because if you don't do it for self, it's not going to be effective long term. Self has to be more important than anybody else first. You got to believe you and who you want to be and where you want to go first. Because people can believe you all day long, they can encourage you all day long, they can pour into you all day long. But if you don't invest in it, if you don't participate in it, if you don't believe in it, then it's not going to take place. It's not going to happen. It's not going to manifest, and it won't come to pass.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I had to say. So and ask.
Thank you so much.
I thank you for
give some tips to those who may need it.
Yeah, I thank you for asking them questions. That's what I'm saying. See, she finna get to her voice. You sure ask some questions. I would have known that. That's why you the CEO. You hear me?
I thank her too, because she was ministering to me through her questions.
Well, love y'all. I'm gonna keep listening.
All right, love you too.
Sorry, bye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lady J was ministering to me through her questions. That was very therapeutic. She made me do some self-reflection.
Uh-oh. Now we talking.
I'm looking in the mirror again.
Looking in the mirror.
I'm very selfless, so she made me reflect on myself some more.
Cause you done got that voice now. You done messed up now. You done opened your mouth. You done opened your mouth now. It's gonna be a whole new ball game for you. So
Really?
Yep. So it's already, and then I was kind of going to say when Lady J was asking, how do you get somebody who don't believe in God to believe in God? And right now, it's a lot of people going around right now don't believe in God or don't believe in any of that. And it's crazy because I kind of just prayed this to God like this week and was saying that I don't eat, me personally, and anybody you can call in and tell me what you think about it, but this is just my personal opinion, just how I believe, how I look at things and how it goes. I don't necessarily want to get, I don't want to be the one to make you believe in God. That's what I don't want. I don't want to be the one to make you believe in God. I just want to be the one to spark your interest in going and try to find out if God is real. I want God to show you and make you believe in Him. And so I prayed to God myself even this week because I just certain things He's been doing to me and having things presented to me and conversations and stuff like that. I'm like, and I've been thinking like, how can I get people to believe in God like I do now? Because before I moved here, everybody, you know my story or whatnot. And if you don't, you can go back into the other shows and check them out. And I'll tell you how in a minute. But I knew God was always real, but I didn't know how real He was. until been up here and the things he's been doing with me. He took me out of the situations I was in and put me by myself to make me strong and deliver me from it. And so I'm like, well, God, how can I get my people from back home and the people I was raised around in the streets and all these different things, or just people that I just bump into and have conversations about religion and God and stuff, how can I get them to know you real? How can I get them to believe in you? And then as I was thinking about it, I was like, you know what? I can't do that. I said, you know what? I don't want to get them to believe. I don't want to get them to believe in you. I just want to spark an interest in them to make them want to go and figure it out for themselves. And while they're doing that, if I can spark their interest to get you to go try to figure it out, God gonna take care of the rest. When you go looking, He gonna put something in front of you that's gonna make you want to keep looking and keep looking and keep looking. So that's kind of my answer on that too. I know that had nothing to do with me, but I just felt like I had to put that out there too for the people. Like, when you're around people, basically I'm saying for the people who already believe in God, stop trying so hard for you to make them believe in God, because there's a lot of times where you push them away because you end up saying the wrong things to them when you got good intentions, but you love and want it so much, and you really want people to know that God is real, that you go too hard too soon on people and you push them away rather than bring them towards you or bring them towards God. So for people who listening to this, man, don't try so hard for you to make them believe in God, because it's for you to bring them to God. It's not for you to make them believe in Him, because you're not God. God will make them believe in Him. You just need to spark their interest and put some fire under them to make them to lead them in that direction. Just like when you got that ant pile and you bust that ant pile up and stuff like that, and you leading them ants, you trying to make them ants come up out of there. That's what you do. That's what you do to the people. You don't try to tell them where to go. You just lead. I mean, you don't try to make them do something. You just bust it open or whatever, and start put the little water in and stuff like that, and lead them into where they're supposed to be. A lot of times they scatter, but hey, you know what I'm saying. But anyway,
I got an answer for you.
Talk to them. Talk to them. Talk to them.
The way you get people to believe in God, it's not by like, hey, you believe in God, this is this. It's you live your life through God, and people will see. Mm-hmm. They'll see the light in you. They'll see the God in you. They'll see he going through all this crazy stuff. He got this going on and he got this going on, but he got peace. I want that. So they'll come to you and they'll ask you what you got, and then that's when you tell them, I got God. Mm-hmm. But you don't have to force it.
Yep. Little Rock, stand up. Southwest, stand up. 501, stand up. What you got? We got.
With Cora. That's the thing is, man. We had an era of what I call that fear doctrine, where people will come to you and they'd be like, "Do you know where you'll go if you die right now?" And you're like, mm-hmm. And then they'd be like, "Well, you'll go to a burning hell with gnashing of teeth and this, that, and the other." And you're like, "Well, I don't want to go there." Well, then you got to come to church and you got to give your life over to God. And you're like, okay, well, I'd rather do that than be burning and gnashing my teeth. But that doesn't teach you how to love God. That doesn't teach you that doesn't even give you motivation to believe in God. That's out of fear. So like Cora was saying, what you got to do is live your life and show people the love of God in your life. Show people faith in God through your actions. Show people the strength of God through you going through your issues and still maintaining your belief in God. And then once they see all the stuff that you're going through and everything that you're dealing with, and you still are like, yep, and I thank God for this and I thank God for that, and God is really blessing me and this, that, and I'm like, you was just under a bridge. How are you still thinking? And then that's when you are able to go ahead and witness and go ahead and talk to them about where God bring you through. And you spark their interest right there, like you were saying, sparking the interest and even trying to figure out who God is. That's how you do it. Mm-hmm.
My bad. Yeah, man. Well, it don't matter. It's a family show. Kelly and her drawing and coloring all on the table out there loud. No,
hard.
Coloring hard. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to let her chill, but it started coming louder and louder through the speakers.
She got inspired.
Yeah. That the God hit her in them fingers and took out. Well, yeah, chill out, Kelly. Don't color so hard, man.
Okay.
Back
to the basics. What's happening?
Hey, it's Lady J again.
What's up?
Mark B. I see he see my message, but he didn't repeat what I said.
Uh-oh, what?
So I said my question was not how do you get them to believe in God. My question was how do you get them from point A to point B without the belief in God. Sarah answered the question correctly when she said to find somebody that you can talk to and encourage you and things that sort. That's what I said, not trying to make somebody believe in God. You can't make anybody believe anything.
Yeah.
Every time they encounter, even people don't know it, but every time they encounter me, they encounter God. Because my life and who I am is a living, walking, breathing testimony of who He is. So, but I just wanted to clarify that.
I appreciate it, but I feel like you was trying to put me and Mark on blast and like men don't listen to something.
Like I ain't got other stuff I'm doing at the time.
But now, appreciate you for clearing that up, though. I ain't gonna lie, I did misunderstand it then. Maybe it was just supposed to be said then.
Maybe somebody thought they could force it. They know.
Yeah, you never know. We are talking on the radio show, different types of ears and listeners and minds and comprehensions. But it was something else I was going to say earlier, but I forgot. But like I said, I ain't got much. It's Cora's show. What you got something?
Oh yeah, we never touched on the part where I kept looking back at the past.
Talk about it.
Now I gotta live in the future. I mean, the present, and go move forward in the future. And I had to realize that some things may remind me of my situation, but that doesn't. My situation in the past. Let me correct that. My situation in the past, but that doesn't mean that it is that situation in the past. And I have to not be so quick to get defensive and close off my feelings and close off my communication. I gotta be a woman and use my voice and communicate.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything to piggyback off of that?
Mm-mm. I told you. I
Well,
told
I
you
got a
folks.
question for you then, and now we're gonna put you in the show.
What you want?
Why would you tell?
What you want?
I want you to tell about your dream. You want to tell about your dream?
Tell about my dream.
Your dream.
Hold on, let me tell you something. Kelly, you ain't ease up at all. You tend that you probably the color in the table now.
She got a muse going on there out this world.
Man, what you mean? I mean,
You don't know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about the dream about me protecting.
Yeah.
What you want to know about the dream? You just tell the dream?
You gotta tell the dream.
But if I tell the dream, I gotta.
You gotta explain it.
Yeah, I gotta explain why I was the answer the dream gave me.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just saying. Yeah, she did throw me out there, but I was trying to keep that side. Okay. Well, I have been asking God a lot, just wanting to know, not just necessarily for bad reasons or anything like that. I have been asking God why, what is it about this relationship that I'm in? What is it about it that I'm supposed to be doing? Or more so like, for anybody know me, this is my first time in a relationship in over years, and I've only been in it, you know what I'm saying, 4 months. And so I'm not really new. I'm not, then I have a lot of my own personal issues that I deal with that don't have nothing to do with nobody else. And so for me to be in a relationship now and doing things, it's a lot. Because anybody that's been in a relationship or a marriage, you know that it is truly a job. Because you cannot only think about yourself, you have to think about the other person. That's if you are really trying to be in a relationship and you care about the other person. You are not in it just for yourself. You're in it for y'all. So I have been just praying to God and asking God for understanding and just to let me know exactly what it is I'm doing in this relationship and what it is that I'm supposed to be giving into this relationship. And so I've been asking that for a few weeks, and he finally answered my question in a dream last week. He answered my question last week in a dream. And so what was going on was I kind of had a word been used a lot, foreshadowment in the dream into what the world could possibly be turning into. And the question of dreams is always extra. It's always over-exaggerated to be crazy stuff. So, but it still was kind of a metaphor to me of what the world could be turning into. And the first part of the dream was we was like in a school. It was like at a school, whatever, you can make your own image up, but you're in a school and there's a lot of different hallways. And in the hallways, it was like hundreds of shooters, hundreds of people with guns. And they was like in black and just, all types of people. But they were, not being racist or anything, but they were white. Everybody was white, and they were just shooting up the school. Anybody just was going around shooting at the school, shooting up the kids. They went inside the school and just was shooting up everybody or whatever. And so I was, when they came in, it was like we was like at lunch or something like that or whatever, and I was in the courtyard. And so when they came in shooting up, of course everybody wants to run. Everybody running, it's crazy. But when they came in, and it's so many that it don't matter how far you run or what you do, you're gonna get shot. You can't get by them because it's too many. They're literally crowding the hallways. Just imagine walking through the hallways, going to your next class, and everybody that's in the hallways has a gun. That's how many people was in the hallway shooting, but they were not the kids. And so when they come in the courtyard shooting, everybody go crazy and start running. And so I stood there. And keep in mind, I still know I'm blind in the dream. And so while I'm in the middle of the courtyard and they shooting, I see the bullets flying. I see the people literally just shooting, just going around shooting. And so I knew that I couldn't just stand there. But for some reason, I wasn't scared while they were shooting. My thing was just get away from it. But I wasn't panicking on some, oh my goodness, I'm gonna die. I just was like, man, you got to move around. You got to try to get out of the situation. So anyway, I started just taking out running for the closest door. And as I'm running, I'm just like I said, I'm not in the thing. I want y'all to understand, I was never scared. That's what's crazy. I was never scared. I just was trying to get away from the situation. And so while I'm running, it's people shooting, and I'm doing some old Mortal Kombat, Lethal Weapon type stuff. I'm jumping over people. I'm jumping over their arm while they shooting. I'm running up under the gun. I'm running up under bullets. I'm doing all types of stuff. But it's crazy because while I was doing that, the people that were shooting was seeing me coming, or they seen me in front of them and was trying to shoot me. But it was like something around me that when they tried to do it, they couldn't shoot me. Now they shooting up everybody around me, but and I'm right by there. I'm running literally in front of the gun or up under the gun or jumping over, and they see me. They see me doing this, and when they go to try to shoot me, they couldn't shoot me. And when they did try to, when they were able to move and try to get me, I was already too far away. I was gone where they couldn't. And so anyway, I basically end up running out. I end up making it out. It's how did I make it out? You know what I'm saying? It was that, but nobody could shoot me and or whatnot. So I got out, and it's still a dream. I got out, and I'm on the outside, and there's even people out there or whatnot, but I got out. As soon as I get outside, my dream instantly changes and puts me back in the same school, in the same courtyard, but different. It put me back in there. This happened 2 or 3 different situations, but it's only about 3 different situations, but there's only 2 of them that really stand out to me that I remember. So he put me back in there, and now this time he put me back in the inside, and it's a regular school going on. And do y'all know, I don't know what y'all got here in Indianapolis or just anywhere, but if you ever been in school and it's what you want to call it, Cor? A career day or something like that, where you got all these different people at your school, and then as you come out of the classes, going to your next class, they just stand out there talking to you hey, have you ever thought about going to this school? Have you ever thought about doing this job? Just outside, just standing. You know what I'm talking about?
Like a career fair.
Like a career fair, yeah, at school though. And so they but it's a bunch of them. It's hundreds of them just outside, and then they just standing all outside in the hallways. And as you walk by, if you're not paying attention, you don't see what's going on. But the people that standing outside were were either like walking, like walking by the kids or by the people and like leading them into a room. And when you led them into the room, they basically was coming up missing. Like they were acting like they were trying to talk to you about something, and they would walk you into like, oh yeah, come here. It's like, check this out right here. And they go in their room and no more of them. They gone. Or you had some like they had like teachers or something like that, like lead you into like, yeah, come on in, class, come on in, and shut the door. And inside that door was always black. It was always dark in there. And when they went in their room, they basically never came out. So it's almost like they were standing out there acting like as if they were trying to portray as if they were teachers or career people or whatever, but they really were snatching people up. And you know, the whole missing thing that's going on there, how people snatch, like all of a sudden they was walking or they left school and then you don't see them no more, even for grown-ups. You know what I'm saying? And so I was getting ready to come out of a class and I started going down the hallway. And if anybody know me, you know that I'm always, it's crazy as it sounds, with even me not being able to see, I always have been like this when I had better vision. I always pay attention to my surroundings. I always pay attention. I always tell everybody, pay attention. You never know what's going on with you. So when I come out, I pay attention. And I'm noticing like, hey, man, them folk ain't coming out them class and them folk look kind of crazy. They're snatching them people up in the rooms. So the thing was, if you walk by them, they was going to snatch you. And like sometimes they would walk me in, some people, they were just snatching you in. So I'm like, oh, no, hold on now. I ain't walking down that way. I ain't going that way. But that was all throughout the school. So now I got to figure out how to get out this school without walking by them people and getting snatched up. And so, it was like a side door. It was like a side door. And I don't know, for whatever reason, it was like my big brother, one of my closest homeboys. It was like about 2 or 3 people just, you know how them dreams go. They just popped up out the blue. Now all of a sudden they here with me. And it's like I must have had told them about it. Like, hey, no, come here. Don't go. Like, y'all, this is what's going on. And they peeped it. And I was like, okay, bet. We can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So we start trying to ease our way and sneak our way up out of the school, going out the side door. So we did. We ended up getting by them, and they didn't get us. But we were still in the school, but on the outside of the school. Like on the, we had went out the side doors, and there was still a lot of people on the outside. So once we got outside, it was only one way out, and we had to go through that, and that was where more people was to snatch you up. So anyway, we get on the outside, and we take off running. And I don't know what it was. I'm just gonna say this. All of a sudden, somebody, now I can't see. I'm still legally blind through all this. And when we get outside to take off running, something pops up in front of me. And it was like a person, but I don't know who the person was. It was a person running in front of me. And if anybody know when I'm with you, if I don't want people to know I can't see it, or I'm just like trying to be cool, and I mean, just not making noticeable, I'm just gonna walk real close behind you. So anyway, while this person is running, I'm running literally right behind them. If they jump, I jump. If they slide, I slide. If they roll, I roll. If they whatever. And so I'm doing this, following this person who in front of me, and then my brothers and my homeboys and stuff behind me following me. But they don't see the person I see in front of me. I'm the only one to see the person I see in front of me, and they following me. So they thinking that you know what I'm saying? They think they following me. And really, I'm following whatever this was in front of me. And so we end up getting down to the end, and I realized kind of like, just because I don't want to go back to it. But anyway, the person that was, in my mind, it was a metaphor for God. God led me out of there, and I was following God. God was showing me how to get out of the situation, and he led me all the way to the front where I told you it was one way out. And once we got to the edge where it was outside of the school, but outside of school was still a whole bunch of people, to where the people, if you did make it outside the school, then they was there to get you. Like, it was no way you getting around it. So we outside the school, and we kind of on top of the building somehow, and you got to jump down. You got to jump down and take off running to get away from them. Like, if you jump down and take off running, like because you was far enough where they couldn't catch you if you took off running. But if you was too slow or you didn't jump right, they was gonna get you. So it was a gamble. So we had to like, okay, y'all, it's the only way we can go. Like, we gotta jump. If you don't jump, it's over. We gotta jump. And once you jump, just break. Just run as fast as you can, because they're gonna try to grab you. So just jump and go and just break. So that's what we did. We jumped and we just broke. We just took off running. We ended up making it. As soon as we got to the side to where they couldn't get us, and we was looking at them, I seen Cora was walking up the ramp to go into the school. Now, remember I said that the people was looking normal, like nothing is going on. So they trying to make it seem like nothing is wrong. Just come on into school. It's cool. And so when we jump and we make it to the other side, we look up and see Cora like halfway up the ramp, and I'm like, Cora, come here. And Cora looked back and was like, hold on, I gotta go, because her sister must have worked in the school or whatever for whatever reason. She was like, hold on, I gotta go holler at my sister right quick. I was like, come here, because you know what I'm saying, trying to keep it cool, because we don't want them to know that we know what's going on. So we like, nah, come here, let me tell you something, Cora. And she was like, I gotta catch my sister real fast. I just gotta tell her something. I'm gonna be right back. I'm like, Cora, no, come here, chill out. You know what I'm saying? And then it was a woman, and she was like, she told Cora, she was like, yeah, you better come on, because your sister is in room such and such, and she getting ready to leave that room, so you need to come on and catch her before she leave, because I don't know where she going to next. And so Cora's like, yeah, see, I gotta go, I'll be right back. And so once Cora started walking more towards the building, when she got like she started walking more and more towards the building, I was like, Cora, no, come here. Like, I just had to tell, because I was trying to be cool about it, like, no, come here, do not go. And once she did that, Cora looked back at me, and the woman had just grabbed Cora and started trying to pull her into school. And so when they started trying to pull Cora into school, Cora looked back at me and was like kind of like tearing up type stuff, like, oh no, like, I see now what you were saying. Like, she understood why I was telling her to come here. I was telling and so when they started pulling her, it was one woman, but Cora was pulling back, and then it was more people, and there's like 4 or 5 of them on Cora trying to pull her into school. And so Cora fighting back, and so while Cora doing that, you remember I told you we had to jump down and run. So I was like a distance away. So while they pulling her, I just broke out running and started running back towards Cora to try to get her. And so it was like a little shit. Like, I had to jump back onto the thing that I had jumped back off of, some Super Mario type stuff. I don't know how I got back up there, but I had to jump back up there. And while I'm running towards her, they still pulling her, and I had to tell Cora what to do so that she wouldn't go, so she wouldn't get snatched up. So while they pulling her, I'm running towards Cora to help her. But until I get to her, I'm telling her, like, Cora, pull left, because there was more people on her right. And then they come on, like, there was more on their right. I'm like, Cora, pull left now. And so she doing it as I'm telling her, but keep in mind, I'm still running towards her. And then so once I get closer to her, it's so many of them on her now that they finna pull her in. So I'm like, Cora, just drop down to the ground, like, just sit. And so once I get to her and she dropped, and when she dropped, that's when I kind of woke up, because I was getting ready to jump down, and I was finna pow, I was finna fight, you know what I'm saying? I was finna tear him up, because I'm a fighter. I'm from Southwest. You hear me? So I was finna whoop him. You hear me? Then I had my blind cane in my back pocket. It was gonna turn to some nunchucks. And then I could turn it into like some Tomb Raider type stuff and put a spear on it, and I was going. No, I'm just playing.
I don't remember all that in the story.
Oh, they did that, yeah. But nah, not just playing. But now, seriously though, when she dropped down, when she dropped down, I was jumping off of the thing to help her, and that's when I woke up. And so, as soon as I woke up, God for real instantly started talking to me, and he let me know that. What I got from that instantly, honestly, is God put me and Cora together for me to protect her. And that's because if she kind of gave you what she went through before. Cora went through a lot of different things where she was messed up. Can I say mentally? Or emotionally?
Both.
Mentally, emotionally.
No sugarcoating.
And so and anybody knows, she can even tell you, I'm a realist. I understand life. And so basically, I'm an A+ student in life. She an A+ student in spirituality. You know what I'm saying? And so he put me with her to teach her how to be aware of her surroundings, because everything I told her to do, Cora, when she was pulling away from them people, Cora would have got taken if she would have done what she normally would do. She would have got pulled in because they kept bringing more and more people on her. So I had to tell her like what to do so that they wouldn't pull her, and just to hold them off until I got to her. And everything that she did, it made it harder for them to get her. And so, and that's why I told Cora this or whatever, and because it's a lot of other things that went on before understanding. Then she said she even feel protected now and feel stronger now through the things that we have been through and things I've told her and showed her. So I had told her, I was like, I feel like God answered me as far as why why he's wanted me with you, or why he's had me around you and stuff like that, to teach her how to be aware of her surroundings and to pay attention and to know what to do when it's time, when in situations of fighting, a situation of protecting herself, a situation of defending herself and standing up for herself and opening her mouth and and having a voice and all these things. It's a lot of different ways you can protect somebody. It's not just physically. And so he showed me that it don't matter what I feel or what I want. He put me here to protect her because that's what she was lacking to do the job and to do what it is specifically that God has for her. He put us around each other for me to give her that. She was lacking that, and he put me around her to show her and to add this to her life because she already has a purpose and has something that God wants her to do specifically that's so great, that's going to be powerful. You already seen how what just happened today, but she has to know how to protect herself and be aware naturally. And so I feel like that's what he put me around here for. And then in reverse, I was lacking spiritually and stuff like that, and he put her around me to help me protect me and grow me in a spiritual way, strength-wise and stronger. And so I know that was a long-winded story, but hopefully you got the message at the end. Is that what you wanted me to tell?
Yep.
Okay.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, sorry. Hopefully y'all stuck in there the whole ride through the story, but Cora wanted it. So it's Cora's show, short and sweet. We're going to call it long and winded in a minute.
That was short. That was intermission.
We're going to call it long and winded, you hear me? But yeah, so, and even this show right here is just still showing things and just how God works.
Like, in training.
Yeah. So,
he was in a school. We was in training. We
know that he got something separately for us. We in training. But yeah. But I know there was a minute. Let's go. We're gonna kick to these commercials. Corey, you got some more you want to talk about? Did you want anything after that?
Not as of now.
Okay. Well, if Corey don't want to say nothing else after that, when we get back, we're gonna end the show a little early. What time is it?
8:07.
Oh, 8:07. Just a little early. But she gonna do her poem. I mean, not her poem, but her song. She gonna end it with her song. She gonna sing the whole song through. And that's how we're going to end it. We're going to kick to these commercials real fast, and that's what we're going to do. Oh, well, real fast, if you got some questions for her, if you want to ask her some questions or anything before we get off the air, you can call in at 317-284-1090. I'm going to say it again. When we come back in, we're gonna open up the lines for a second for y'all to call in and say anything or give any any words of wisdom, words of encouragement, or just say something to her at 317-284-1090. All right. Yeah, you made me tell that long dream. I don't know.
Somebody with you though.
Somebody needed.
Isaac said,
hey, it's your boy.
Okay, even though I'm 50 minutes late.
With the voice of Judah
LOL,
radio
good to see y'all doing positive
And we'd
things.
like for you to tune in every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard
I was happening, boy. I ain't seen him in a minute.
The JHM
Boy, that was happening, man.
or the TuneIn Radio app and search JHM Radio. You can also listen live via
I've been seeing you. Over the years, I've seen you do your thing too, though.
Radio.com. Feel free to call in at 317-284-1090. Get ready. Voice of Judah, where the praise life is the best life. Dr. D.I.
Hey, this is Girl Cece, host of Do Better Wednesdays here at JHM Radio. Tune in every Wednesday, 5:30 to 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Download the JHM Radio app or tune in radio app and search JHM Radio. You can also
be short and sweet. That's the win almost the whole show.
www.jhmradio.com.
If Lady J want to call, she want to let it go first because I was going to get ready to eat it when she would call in. I didn't have nothing today, man. I didn't have nothing. I ain't lying. But that's why I say it makes sense. Why, like, it was, she had to be more about her life and what go. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause I didn't have
What you
nothing.
say?
Like she said, it kind of silence me so that she could find her voice and talk. You know what I'm saying?
Well, that's how it was like last time you came in, you didn't have nothing, and ended up going the whole 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
I know we're gonna have it, sir.
Yeah.
It's just when I want to speak. Purely.
Yeah.
No you.
Good morning, everyone.
We come back.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the voice of J. Laverne Tyson of A Moment
Was
with
it our first
God.
word of the day?
I wanted to take this opportunity to personally invite you to listen to our broadcast Monday through
I'm
Friday
ready for your show.
from 10 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, you have 3 options of listening to us. You can log on by going to JHM Radio, the app,
Making that noise.
JHM Radio, their app, or TuneIn Radio app. TuneIn
I
Radio
mean, I was
app.
listening. I was
And
listening,
if you
but
get
I'm
the
saying
TuneIn
it's not.
Radio app,
Nah, but
search for
you make some stick to you for a
JHM
reason.
Radio. Finally, you can go to JHMRadio.com. JHMRadio.com. If you need further
But
information,
me
please
too,
feel
if it
free to
makes
call
sense
us
to
at
me.
317-284-1090.
You keep remembering because it's what you
$317-284-1090.
dealing with right now.
Carpe
Not how-
diem, seize the day.
Dealing with your life right
I leave you with these words, and they are so true. It shall be well. I love you now. Have a great one.
I love you now.
You can let us know whenever you're ready for us to come back in, Marcus.
Whenever we're in on this song.
Just let us know.
Trials come, yes they come on every hand.
That's close to the
In the midst of adversity, sometimes it's hard to stand. Lord, you said in your word, you never leave. So when nights are dark and days are dim,
coming up right here.
yet will I trust in Him.
Yep. Just trust in you. No, I was trying to sound like him. Man, it's your boy Carlos Henson, aka the Life Mechanic, and you have been tuned in to Back to the Basics. Hashtag Chorus Show. Hashtag it was short and sweet. Now it's long and winded. But yeah, man. Y'all go ahead. Well, if y'all don't mind, would you wait to call in after chorus song, just so you don't interrupt her, so she can have this moment and this time with her and her voice. But if you want to, man, call in and talk to her. Say anything you feel that's on your heart, anything that's on your mind that you want to say to her or even me or anybody. Kelly, anybody in the show. Mark, anybody. She's speaking. Yeah. The number is 317-284-1090. One more time. 317-284-1090. If you want to call in, you can start calling in as soon as Corey get done singing. It's your world.
Because the Lord is my shepherd, I have absolutely everything I need. He lets me rest in a meadow's grass. Thank you, Jesus. And then He leads me beside the quietest stream, and He restored my failing hand, and He leads me to do what honors Him the most. That's why I'm saved. Yeah, I feel safe. That's why I'm saved. Safe my shepherd. I have absolutely everything I need. He'll let you rest in a meadow's grass. Thank you, Jesus. And then he'll lead you beside the quietest stream, and he'll restore your failing hand, and he'll lead you to do what honors him the most. That's why I'm saved. Yeah, I feel safe. That's why I'm safe. Safe in his arms. When the storm of life is raging, God's gonna hide me. God's gonna hide me under his wing, and then I will be safe in his arms.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen. She done put something up in here. She done brought the spirit. Man, nah, that was good for real though. Nah, that was real good. Super straight. Nah, you got a beautiful voice, man, for real though. And it sounded real good. No flaws. I didn't hear nothing, and I can't see. I use my ears more than everybody, and I didn't hear nothing wrong.
That's deep.
Everything was clear and good, man. But yeah, that's a good ending right there. But if anybody have anybody want to call in, you can. If not, we finna end this here. Put another one in the catalog as done, and we're gonna go on. I'll try to think of something silly. I can't think of that. That's really what I'm playing. I keep trying to think.
Start singing.
Well, I keep trying to think of something silly to say, but the things I be wanting to say, I like gotta be careful. But man, this is your boy Carlos Henson, and I had Cora. Tell him your name.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet was in this thing today, man. And if you missed the show, you better go back and check it out and tune in, share it. For my people on Facebook Live, if you ain't on Facebook and you just listening in on the radio, go on Facebook, my Facebook, and share that thing. And y'all, man, take care, man. Have a good night, good evening, a good rest of the week, man. We out this thing. Thank you. That was all right right there. There it is. That's why I'm safe. Nah, chicken, he's going there. How many people going there? Two? Who y'all? Nah.
Who y'all? Write something. Say I'm here.
Man, you can if you want to. We finna end this thing, man. Man, appreciate y'all for tuning in and checking us out, man. It's a celebration. Corey found her voice. Hey. But nah, man, appreciate y'all, man. Share the video, man. Tell people about the show, man. And y'all, man, have a good day and good night too, man.